Wait, does everyone want to talk with me? Did we all just level? I don't even know. Thank you! Yeah! Yeah! I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do with myself. It's like, what does leveling up even matter? I am the best that ever was. I guess I just become awesome for one class. I think we do Druid, yeah? Bum, bum, bum. She says right before the real boss fight. No! No real boss fight allowed. I don't want a real boss fight. That was the real boss fight. Okay. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just... Hi, Alex. How are you? I guess we should all rest? Probably?
When the wheel has ground you all to dust.
Console hot. Shush.
Did you know you reek of that hagfish you carry?
Okay, everyone wants to talk.
What's on your mind?
I don't know. You were the one that wanted to talk.
What's on you?
Do you not actually?
Captain, just look at where we are. There's no time to waste, I say.
Okay, so they won't actually talk to me. Even though they want to talk to me. Okay.
You have
Hope you got a way of turning off that storm.
Your death.
Looks unfriendly. Mean-spirited, even.
Alright, so... Lots of people have shit to say, but they won't tell me. Descending into the city would be suicide while the relentless storm rages on. Okay.
The elf holds his grimoire like a clumsy initiate.
A furious storm obscures the sprawling city below, but you can make out the shape of distant spires reaching up from the flooded ruins. Spirit winds tug on your soul with insistence, like a stern hand trying to pull a cloak from your back. You recall the last time you encountered a Buick. It feels a lifetime ago. So, here we are. You look to those who accompanied you this far, who risked everything to face the confrontation ahead. How are you feeling about all of this, Adair? Adair's gaze wanders among glinting archways and half-clasped spires, his mouth agape.
Gilded Vale got its name from the way the wheat fields used to look in the sun. But this place really is gilded.
Probably why the pirates wanted it.
Might as well be a different world.
In a way it was, before it ended.
Ended. Yet here we are, all the same. These great people got a funny way of passing on. They disappear from the world, but leave their problems behind for the rest of us to deal with.
At least Aethys seems to be trying to correct that.
You know, I broke a wheel once too. First thing I thought of when we learned what Aethys was doing. My mom had this spinning wheel, and she loved it.
Adair bites his lower lip, his guilt still evident.
Well, I was playing with it in the way a young child might when his parents are out, and that wheel came right off. It wouldn't go back into place, so I pushed it harder and and pretty soon I'd broken off a spoke. Broke off 3 more trying to fix that. Anyway, I got whipped pretty good for it. That wheel was never the same, even after my dad fixed it.
Adair runs a pair of fingers back and forth across a beard in need of a trim.
I used to think of the gods as being like parents to all of us. But now I know better. They're children, playing while their folks are gone.
Aww. Adair looks to Aethys in the distance and sighs. You're looking thoughtful, Alof. Alof looks out at the sprawling ancient city.
5 years ago, you controlled the destiny of thousands of souls in Sun and Shadow.
He pauses, considering the vista.
But the choice you make today shall define the fate of every living thing in Aora.
He turns to you. Curiosity shines in his eyes, but there's something else there. Pity. What do you think I should do?
And to think of all the times I've asked you the same question.
He takes a deep breath, thinking.
You taught me something truly wonderful. That the world will find its own rhythms no matter what I do. That it isn't up to me to discern the right answer to an impossible question.
He looks over the ancient, broken city and smiles.
I'd offer you the same peace of mind now. I know you'll choose wisely.
That's not helping.
Happens, it's been an honor journeying with you. Again.
He puts his hand on your shoulders, meeting your gaze with a fond smile. Shodi, are you gonna talk about how much you love your god again?
We gonna do this or what?
Shodi licks her chapped lips, dark gaze narrowing as she takes in the sight of the ancient city's ruins. Raised high, her lantern casts hard shadows over the plains of her face.
If it's all the same to you, Watcher, I'd rather not miss the moment my god brings the darkness down upon us. I want to see Gon become the true deity of death.
Is that what you believe is going to happen?
How could it not? Gon is the aspect of death and decay. The other side of Aethys, who we know governs the process of rebirth. But Aethys died in the Saints' War, and now Gon is going to destroy reincarnation as we know it.
And you're hype about that?
Tell me, Watcher, can there be a god of light and birth if souls themselves can no longer be reborn?
Wow, okay. Think we can reason with him?
It didn't work so good at Mogren's teeth, no? But sure, we can try to sway my god's will again.
At Megren's teeth, you were just fangirling, Shodi, please.
Well, if anyone could do it, I reckon it'd be you.
Was it worth all this, to chase down your god?
It was. And I'd do it again, only bloodier this time. Think of all the souls I could have gathered if I'd reaped them right from the living.
A shiver runs down Shodi's spine as she taps the red-stained sickle against her thigh.
I thought it'd be different, how it turned out. But I couldn't dream of any other way.
What?
Now then, shall we go face my god
Jesus,
for one last
Shodi.
time?
Dark as
Find
fuck.
out what it is we can or can't do in these end times. Whether we're meant to wither or thrive.
Sure, yeah, let's go.
Consider me your second shadow.
I totally did fuck her up. Okay, here we are, Takehu. How does it feel?
I am thinking that Aethys has come this far, and he will not wait on you before he finishes what he started. If he shatters what is sat in the heart of Ukaizo, this action will ripple beyond the Deadfire, beyond life as we know it.
My Shodi's very different than yours, so it doesn't always turn out as Shodi the darkest of all dark goth ladies?
The Hawana could use a change, an upset, something that gets them working together. History has shown that we thrive in adversity.
He turns to face his surroundings, struggling to take in everything at once.
The land of my mothers, as real as anything that rises up from the bed of the sea. Also, smaller than I expected. This should be as interesting as the last time I confronted a god-possessed Adra Colossus.
You get around, but I know you haven't done this before.
Captain, I am my mother's son. I have seen things you would not believe. What say? Shall we find him, Captain?
Yours was much cheerier. My Shodi is real dark. I kind of did that on purpose. Okay, let's go. That's how she turned out in your first playthrough? Dark Sith Shodi?
I'll see it done.
Aw, GPS, thank you for all the
Aethys will take
biddies.
what remains of your soul.
Okay, so this goes further up. Gonna save just because. Where does this go? To nowhere.
Insufferable.
Console hot. Please shut up. Just please. Please just shh. Okay, so Andra's Spire is the only way, it appears.
what?
Okay. What's up with this? Everybody.
This indeed.
Though the device atop the tower spins in wild, blurring revolutions, the air around it is still and calm. You stand in the eye of the storm, which has cordoned off Andra's mortar from the rest of Aora for thousands of years. You see an antiquated control panel, its levers engaged in positions of activation. Standing uncharacteristically still, Takehu turns his head to take in his surroundings all at once. A deep furrow cleaves his brow. Something the matter, my love? Yes!
I have stood here before.
He sniffs, glancing around with an air of familiarity, settling on details like they were old friends. How?
As a boy, I dreamed of a tower made of water. I stood at the pinnacle and made obeisance to Mother Ngati. This tower, this view.
What does it mean?
Ngati's covenant, the first form of water shaping. It is here, waiting for me.
He glances up at the spinning machinery with a mixture of apprehension and wonder. Do whatever you have to do, Takehu.
So beautiful. But look what they have done with you.
He reaches a shaking hand up to the storm, curling his fingers in as if to grasp at something. He covers his heart with one hand and lowers his head, muttering a slow and fervent prayer. From the broiling madness of the storm, a single drop of water lands on Takehu's brow, running down his cheek like a tear. Takehu wipes his eyes dry with his thumb. He pauses to stare down at his hand, as if seeing it for the first time.
I remember.
He clenches his hands into fists. The storm surges around you as the wind picks up speed. Takehu's head snaps back and his eyes squeeze shut in agony, ecstasy, or both. He rouses at last, shaking a few droplets of moisture from his hair.
I am the tremor that inspires the tidal wave, the pebble that calls the avalanche. Mother, your son has found his birthright where you left it.
Oh, Jesus. Takehu raises his fists to the sky and lets out an uproarious laugh. Eventually, he shifts his focus over to you.
My people never doubted that Ngati's chosen would find our ancient gift. Kara, I did not share their confidence until now.
What's up?
I am ready, Watcher. Let us finish what we started.
A deep percussion shakes the tower by its roots. Somewhere in the obscurity of the storm, Aethys rears back his fist to deliver a mighty blow. The control panel has weathered the millennia better than the rest of the city. A layer of dust covers its elegant glassed tubes and engraved copper levers, which appear both intact and fully functional. You grip the largest of the levers and bring it up to its starting position. The vibration of machinery gradually slows and the turbulent winds grow calm. It's a cool, like, contact-looking thing.
The machine controlling the storm winds down. The clattering of its machinery settles into a low whir and then, at last, hiccups to a halt. Beyond the tower, the black, roiling clouds of Andra's mortar roll away from the ancient city of Ukaizo, with only a tired sigh of wind to see them off. And on that last breath of wind, comes to you a familiar sound. The ring of a bell. The bell's ringing is soft, not the clangor and torrent you've grown used to. It calls to your soul, and your soul yearns to follow it. Your soul flees from your body and into the beyond, chasing that sound. It leads you at last to Bareth's realm, to that cold platform and room of endless doors.
Is now really the appropriate time?
Watcher, your journey nears its conclusion.
The pallid night stands before you, her gaunt face impassive.
I love how they, like, say this is honesty. Like, when you say you're frightened, that's what your character's actually feeling right now. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I'm frightened because it's scary.
I would think you a fool, were you not? Change unsettles, and not even the gods are immune to fear. Soon you will confront Aethys for what will likely be the final time, and you will do so as the Herald of Bareth, the only creature on the face of Eora to whom he will listen. Remember that.
Okay.
The pallid knight inclines her head to you, black hair hanging limp in her face. She steps back and cedes the floor to Helia with a small, resigned sigh.
Hippofont said, I'm peeing and shitting my pants at the same time, Bareth. Brackets. Honesty. Please! What if I'm not, though?
If Aethys truly intends to go through with his mad plan to destroy the wheel, a generation's worth of souls will be trapped in the in-between. So many would suffer. How can Aethys be so cruel? He cannot just abandon them. Aethys must help the Kith find a quick solution.
Abaddon strides forward.
Aethys thrust this crisis on the Kith. They did not bring it upon themselves. Their only mistake was entrusting us to watch over them. Who will help them rebuild their world now?
Okay, so this is giving us all of the different gods' ideas in terms of like who's voting for what, as far as results, and then we can choose who to agree with, I guess.
Aethys will reveal every secret of the gods. Will Kith be able to change the established order if they have no wonder to inspire them? Aethys must help them resolve this quickly, lest every one of Eora's few remaining mysteries be laid plain.
Okay. It's Aethys' obligation to help us fix what he's about to break. Should Aethys leave this decision solely to Kith? We're past the point of help we need to be led. I mean, no, that's not... I'm not saying anything.
With the wheel destroyed, Kith will tear themselves apart. It is the gods' duty to prevent that happening, lest they doom us all. And as Kith must be ruled, so too must the gods. I say that if Aethys is so eager to throw down the mantle of power and step aside, I shall take my rightful place as Queen of the Gods again.
Shut up, Whitaker.
Kith are strongest when they follow our lead, and we are strongest when we lead in turn. United in purpose with the gods, Kith can accomplish things that without us, they could never have even begun. They must be shown their boundaries to surpass them.
They must be shown their boundaries to surpass them.
Kith will not solve Aethys' puzzle on their own. And without an established order to fight against, the bonds that bind them dissolve, and they fight amongst themselves.
Scan says, and casts a long look toward Wotica.
Okay, so he's saying that if Aethys breaks the wheel, we won't be able to do anything. We'll just like war on each other, which I think honestly that a lot of the wars on each other like typically are because of differences in ideology. So I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna let them all like have their peace.
Wutica's firm hand is but the motherly smothering of Helia by another name. Mortals should have no special advantages. Only once Kith have striven to improve themselves through trial will they truly know their measure. Kith must suffer to find their strength if they are to survive the world into which Aethys drags them.
Galawain says.
Okay, so he's all like, this will make them stronger or they'll die. Which, like, if they die, then they weren't worth it in the first place. That's very Galawain thing.
Our intervention in your struggle would be a cruelty and counter to our purpose.
Galawain says. He lets his words hang in the air for a moment. Gaze, level with your own.
Indeed. Kith must discover for themselves what it is they are worth, and of what it is they are capable. What we do for them, they do not learn for themselves. Trial breeds ingenuity.
If our work of generations was not in vain, Kith will succeed in spite of Aethys' actions.
Mogren says.
Mogren is very, like, hands-off in general, though. She tends to not really give guidance, and if people are successful, they'll be successful on their own merit.
I have faith in Kith's ability to meet Aethys' challenge. Do not mistake my words for indifference, Watcher. They are born from a fierce belief in your potential, not a refutation of it.
I do like Megrin. This is a really cool thing. Spare me, our leaders couldn't even work together under the threat of Aethys destroying the wheel. True? I don't know if I actually revealed what was going on, though. So, hi, Zilowis. Except for that time she blew Aethys up. Or tried to. Okay.
Mogren is blinded by her affection for mortals. She does not see that entropy is the destiny of all things. If Aethys were wise, he would destroy everything. End life, end reincarnation, end death.
Rimmergund, not everyone wants to just shit all over everything like you do, okay?
Kith have had their chance. It is time to let silence reign.
Captain Aramis, welcome back for 2 months in a row. Thank you so much for the continued support. I really appreciate it. And thank you for using your Twitch Prime sub. Yeah, get that free money.
As Rimmergon's words fade, the Pallid Knight returns. She no longer towers over you, a giant even among the gods, but meets you at your height. She lets the arms crossed over her chest fall to her sides. She speaks to you openly, plainly, an expression almost like tenderness, turning up the corners of her lips.
Oh yeah, no, Rimmergun's definitely one of the more honest gods. He's just like, destroy everything. When everyone else is like, yes, I will be queen of the gods, and I will lead mortals to their strength, blah, 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 vodka, blah, blah, blah.
Well, Watcher, you know where we stand. What do you believe?
Everything that's happened, everything that will happen, it's all your fault. Things are fine. If we can't stop Aethys from destroying the wheel, we should only rebuild it as it was. I don't care. The gods did what they did. We'll take it from here. I don't know. The gods, the wheel, I'm not sure of anything anymore. This is how you feel. I love that the idea is just, I don't care. True change, lasting change demands sacrifice. The coming days will be hard, but will be the better for it. Yeah, I think that's probably... God, it's just like, here's the decision that we're making. Right here is the decision that we're making. Is it better that the wheel be destroyed? Should we try and prevent the wheel from being destroyed? Are the gods good and beneficial? Are they all bad and shitty and horrible? I don't like the blame game. I feel like you can't blame the gods for everything. I feel like if the gods fix the wheel, I don't know, like direct intervention is kind of like, in my mind, that's not really a thing that gods do. I feel like this is true, but I don't like that it's marked as passionate. I don't think that things are fine as they are is the true answer. The gods did what they could. We'll take it from here. I don't like that it's passionate. I really don't like that. I think I'm just gonna say I don't know. I'm not sure. It's very confusing.
You have some time to think yet, but not perhaps as much as you would like.
Thanks.
Now the time has come for us to part, Watcher.
Okay.
I laid upon you a difficult duty. You will be free of it in time, but not now. You have work to do yet.
Yeah, I know. You're always giving me more work.
You are no stranger to hard choices. You killed Theos, and when his soul was laid bare before you, you chose to destroy it. You granted him peace.
I did do that.
Remember the strength it took to make that choice, and know that you alone may sway Aethys now. When you stand before him, choose your words carefully.
I'll try.
She claps her gauntleted hands together, and a sound like thunder rumbles through the room. As the floor crumbles and falls away beneath you, you hear the sound of a single bell ringing, and beneath it, the faintest whisper.